Mike 10. Mike 10, Mike 10. All good.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, exit. 24's the mark. We own them. We own them. We got it.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Darnold. They complete it to Hill. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Kamara, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Mike 10. Mike 10, Mike 10. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Allen gonna throw. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
All day, every day, any day. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh,
out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Flush to his right. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold, they'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
54. Mike, 54. I got you, Pop. Lady. 5. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Darnold from the gun. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Robert Woods, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They only got the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Allen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he was able to shed the tackle. But the reserves come in for the stop.
5 yards on the play. And
Mike,
it's third down.
Mike 10. All day, dog.
Allen. And Eifert has it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off. just as we saw there.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
Here we go. 55's Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Get ready. Get ready. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Mike 55. Mike 55.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Quinnen Williams in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Los Angeles.
24.
On play action, Allen. Open man here is Foster. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. To the air, Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now it's Darnold. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here's Darnold. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
51, Mike 51.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold. This is Johnson. He's got it. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. This complete to Jones. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Darnold now to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
An NFL update there in the 2nd quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Charger drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch the run. Check. Regular. Check the outreach.
Throwing now is Allen. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
That's mine.
Go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk taken.
It's caught inside the 25. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Darnold. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On first down, it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw, Darnold. Caught by Jones.
You got it. You got it.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 14.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's our field.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. On
second down and 4, Allen. And under the Lions' pressure. He's brought down. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Me, I got motion there. Me. Middle.
Allen off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tossed. This one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, L.A. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, one set. Check, Mike, 50. Young lady, 54.
Now Darnold. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Man, 80. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, wahoo!
Faking the give. Darnold. Flush to his right. And Darnold, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
He gets away from one. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football. They also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. On second and 11 now. Darnold. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Lions on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Man, Eddie, get there. Mike's 54. Mike, here we go.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold completes it. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the Chargers' 24-yard line.
54's Mike, 54's Mike.
To the air again, Darnold. And that's incomplete.
Darnold's pass incomplete on the throwaway.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. Darnold to throw again. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Cleveland Farrell able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And this one is right down Broadway. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's going deep for Brown, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Let's get it. 24's the mic. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Allen now going to throw again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
It's our time. It's our time.
Here's Darnold. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Lions on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Hey, Zoo. Got you. I got you.
Darnold from the gun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. All right, G, like that.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Devin Bush, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't.
And got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
On first down, Allen. Flushed out right. He's got it complete. Mike Davis. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll bring up a second down.
23-19. I got you.
Allen now looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, it's Allen. Got his man, it's Eifert. And I think Eifert may be in some pain, staying down following that play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts him back within one score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that third one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check.
Now it's Darnold. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
54, right there, right there.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And they will finally get him down up at the 42-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
24 is the mic. Yeah.
Back to throw. Allen. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And Woods has it complete. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Darnold. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And Darnold wants to throw the football. And he can't get a throw away. play. He's taken down. Montez Sweat getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cleveland Farrell. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the back then, you out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good.